So talk about setting intention. You're using it in a different way. Like, I'd like to hear you talk about setting intentions.
Yeah. So I think it goes in line with what you're looking to attract or manifest into your life or out, whatever. So we want to talk about setting intentions as if they've already happened. Most of us know that, but really it's setting an intention that's in line with your goals. And then as you're moving matter in your home, let's say you're like, okay, I'm doing a project, I'm doing my shoes. So you're not just doing your shoes. When you're working with intention, you're practicing feng shui. So let's say, for example, I know that my closet is in my helpful people and travel area of my home, which is a great place for serendipity, right place, right time, that kind of thing, and travel, obviously. So I will be working in my shoe area, taking everything off, wiping everything down. But my intention will say, I'm so happy and grateful that I have met the right person to help bring our business to the next level, or that I have made a connection with someone that's going to invest in our next stage of business, etc. So the intention is sort of like on a loop, like meditating.
Right. Yeah. I am so happy and grateful now that I have found the love of my life. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have, as if it's already happened. So I just want to back up for a half a minute. We practice the Black Hat sect school of feng shui.
Black Tibetan Buddhist Tantric sect.
Or BTD. There are other schools. There are numbers of other schools. And if you're just starting your feng shui journey, I think it's important to just pick a school and stick with that.
Okay, so what about like putting things in certain places, or what do you not put in your bedroom, or what do you, things like that?
Don't put your dead dog's ashes in your bedroom.
Don't put your dead dog's ashes in your romance area if you're looking for a new romantic.
We have a client.
They're getting married.
I know.
She moved the ashes and
what about ashes in general, not dead dog, but like ashes that.
So I have remains of a pet too. It's something that I go through often. So one of the cures of feng shui is to just move stuff around. If you're like, oh, I'm already super tidy, I don't need feng shui, my house is, everything's in order. That actually can be equally as bad as clutter, because everything's super stagnant and cold because you don't move stuff around. So ashes are okay.
Wait. So when you say stuff, do you mean furniture, or you mean stuff?
Or I mean everything.
Okay.
Anything. So
anything,
you move a lamp,
matter.
You move any matter in your home. You can redo the whole room. You can do a bookshelf. You can do your coffee table. You can add a new plant, and you can turn on a lamp. Or you can just clap in the corners or stand in the space. That's a feng shui cure. Ashes are hard. So if you have a really fiery goal, let's say for a new romantic relationship, that's not probably where the ashes would go. For now, you can readdress that. But a few kind of to-dos and to-don'ts of feng shui is we have so many people that are working from home. Having the competing energies of work in your bedroom is not ideal. Now, we keep it super practical. Our practice is so practical. We realize that that's, sometimes you don't have anywhere else to work except your bedroom.
But we do recommend take a look in your space, because you could potentially put your office out of your bedroom in another space. Is there a spare bedroom? Is there a closet that could get cleaned out that could be used as your workspace? But we do get a lot of feedback about, I have to work in my bedroom. There's nowhere else to work, or my kid has to do his homework. Those are competing energies. When you go
yin and yang.
When you go to bed at night and you see your computer up there and you're thinking, oh gosh, I've got so much work to do tomorrow. So we do suggest that you separate in your bedroom somehow.
Even if it's a plant or like a screen of some kind.
Or a curtain, or put your computer out of sight. Anything that will separate those energies is recommended. Even if I have been called into homes where the client knows about feng shui and has studied feng shui, sometimes you just need another set of eyes.
For sure.
Like I had lunch yesterday with the gal who said, I just redecorated my living room and I love it, but something just isn't right. And so I'm going to go over to her home, with another set of eyes. If her front door, for example, and it sounds like this is the case, if her front door is aligned with a slider door at the other end of the house, the energy is coming right in the front door, flying through the house and right out the back door.
Right.
I've had that happen with a couple who moved into a new home in Montecito. No, not Harry and Meghan.
Although we will feng shui Harry and Meghan's new house.
That's our intention.
Yeah.
But
can't wait.
Yeah, they're moving.
To Hope Ranch.
Right.
Yeah.
Even closer.
Yeah.
So she said, ever since we moved into this house, it feels like money is flying out the window.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, we've never had trouble with money before. So when I went there, first thing I see, the front door is in a direct alignment with their wealth area. So yeah, with a huge plate glass window.
So
I said it
literally was flying out the window,
Right.
the energy.
So, okay, what do you do about that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there are lots of different cures. Lauren likes to say,
you're never up the feng shui creek without a paddle.
right, you don't have to remodel your house.
You don't have to paint the whole thing.
No, there are subtle things that there's always something you can do.
Like a little crystal.
In this case, we just hung a little faceted crystal in the window, very discreet.
Mm-hmm.
But the energy from that crystal, you know how it deflects as it goes
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It deflects the energy back into the space.
Okay, so what do you guys do? Do you have somebody else come in and check your space, or this is your area, or what do you do for like your own lives when you're like, something's off? Do you meditate? Do you journal? Nobody just has it. Like everyone goes through it.
For sure. Absolutely. No, anytime I need a shift. And so I write things down. I do journal for sure.
Mhm.
I think that we call it the tool belt of happiness. It could be your meditation, the food that you eat, working in your home space, all of those things. When you need to create a shift, when you're having a shitty day or week or whatever, think about your tool belt of happiness and be like, okay, what's one thing that I could pull out right now that could help? So if I'm having a shit day or week, first thing I do is I will work in my house and then I will journal. But like the first thing, if I refresh my entryway or if I redo my pantry or if I redo a section of my closet, I not only feel accomplished, but I've worked with intention. And so I'm already attracting that shift of energy.
Right.
So that's like my go-to. And especially around my moon cycle, I find if I have some energy that's not me being on the couch with a heating pad on, etc., I will get up and do a home project. Now, for you, I'll let you answer the same question, what you do when you create a shift. But we're so lucky to have each other because she comes over to my house and I go over to her house.
Yeah.
And, I think just being aware of feng shui and knowing a couple things that you can do, maybe just off of the map, or just follow us on Instagram. We have tips all the time, but just being aware of feng shui and knowing that is available to you in your tool belt of happiness.
Right.
Makes me feel like the architect of change of my life.
Right. You can shift if you want to. You can shift your energy just by working in that area of your home, or if you're not sure what area is what, just work in any area.
So what would you tell somebody who knows they're not aligned? They have this feeling like there's so much more I should be doing, and I'm scared to take that leap. What would you tell somebody like that?
I think
jump off the cliff and then figure out how to fly.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah.
That's what I tell them.
I think too, as a goal coach for the last decade, I understand that our practice now, this goal setting piece, that's very systematic, it's very listy, it's very masculine, right? As much as we are setting ourselves up to attract what's meaningful to us, and the practice of goal setting sort of has this inherently like do more thing about it, right? Like do more, attract more, get more, hustle, hustle, hustle. And so if you're feeling like there's so much that I need to do, I haven't done, I want you to take a moment. And if there's anything small, maybe you got up and you took a shower and brushed your teeth and that was really hard. Take a minute to sit in that bucket of accomplishment, because as women, we are so quick to jump onto the next thing. Okay, done, check, did it. What's next? What's next? And so it sort of keeps us in this mode of this like hustle culture. And I think that that's really hard for women to like take that backpack off. So I would say if you feel like there's so much more that you have to accomplish, there's two things. One is take off the hustle backpack and just sit for a second and get real fucking grateful all around. The other thing is do a project in your house. So let's say there's so much more I need to do. Are you wanting to make 100 G's a month? What do you want? So figure out what it is that you're chasing, figure out where it lives in your home energetically, and do a project.